I was broke 6 months ago, but now I'm consistently making around $10,000 every single month. And I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it yourself in this video. Once you finish watching this video, you're literally gonna have zero excuses not to be consistently making $10,000 a month every single month. I'm literally going to equip you with the exact knowledge that you need in order to get this done. And then it's just about, are you motivated enough to actually execute on these points that I'm talking about? If you'd like me to reach out and consult with you personally into how we can install this framework in your own life, comment the word revenue and I will DM you. All right, let's jump right into it. What I'm going to teach you today is sales. It's raw sales. You can be zero. You can literally have nothing. I was a kid from Kansas with nothing and I was able to make $100,000 last year because I understood sales. I'm going to teach you exactly how to do this. In this exact method, we're doing roofing sales. It's a high ticket door-to-door item, okay? So you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone, go talk to people and get some deals. So the first thing you want to do before anything is you want to identify a good roofing company to work for. You want to make sure that you're getting a 50% profit split from this roofing company. You are self-generating leads and you are running the jobs yourself. It's very straightforward. Most roofing companies have this already figured out. If you're in Missouri or Kansas or Colorado, I can provide you with one of the best roofing companies in the nation in order to get you to 0 to 10K. First thing you need to understand is who we're marketing to. We need to understand our client, our customer, the problem we're going to solve. This is stage one, prospecting and lead generation. In order to identify our target audience, we need to understand what problem we're solving. And the problem we're solving is we're putting on new roofs. Who needs new roofs? People with damaged roofs. How do roofs get damaged? Through hailstorms. We need specifically homeowners that have been in a hailstorm in order to get this done. Now, what is the average homeowner's problem? If our target audience is homeowners, what is their average problem? Their average problem is they want nice stuff. They want to protect their investment and they want to add value into their home. So you have to identify these three keys and make sure that you go into it that you're going to solve those key pain points for them. How do we generate these lead sources? The first thing to generate appointments when starting from scratch is outbound leads. You don't have funds right now, you don't have money, that's okay. You have time, you have energy. This is a valuable commodity. It's worth tens of thousands of dollars once you learn exactly what to do. So our avenues: cold calling, door to door, stopping in an insurance agent's office, stopping in a realtor's office, stopping in various service departments, networking events, and industry connections. For the purpose of this video, I'm only going to break down door-to-door sales. Lastly is the qualification process. We need to be able to qualify the customer. Just because they're in a storm zone doesn't mean they're our customer. They need to be put through a qualification process. First and foremost, do they have an old shitty roof? Can you tell that it's old and it needs done? Does it look new? Does it look nice? If it looks old, they qualify for this because it's storm damage. We're literally going to get somebody else to pay for their roof. Secondly, are they in a storm zone? If they're not in the storm zone, they're going to have to fork over these funds themselves. This is why we're specifically targeting homes in a storm zone, so we can get the insurance to pay for their roof. Okay, we know the who, we know the what, we know the problem we're gonna solve. Let's jump into how to fucking do this. Step one, you need to find a neighborhood. Your roofing company should have you equipped with a hail mapping software. If they don't, they're broke. Get away, go to a new one. They're broke, just don't bother with them at all. Understand how to use this app. Literally click every single button in the app to make sure that you understand the process in and out. Like, you should be able to navigate this app like butter. Once you found a storm region with sufficient damage, you want to target 1.5 and above inch hail. Anything under 1.5 really isn't going to damage a home that much. You want to drive into the region once you've identified. Step one, identify the region. You could do this any day. Step one, identify the hail region. Step two, drive into the hail region. Doesn't matter where, just drive into it. Just show up and drive around, look at all the roofs, get a lay of the land. You're in scouting mode right now. You're looking to see what is going on here. Step three, identify old roofs. Either put it on a paper. If you're driving, just keep it in your head and maybe pull over at the end of the street and pin them or something. Just keep track of the old roofs. You want to know which ones are the old roofs. And step four is identify roofing activity. This is a caveat. Just because there's no roofing activity doesn't mean there is no money for you in this neighborhood. You could be the first one and this could be an absolute honey hole for you if it's in an appropriate region. You have to get on one home, identify the damage, and if you're first to the storm, you're about to make buku bucks. Okay, so we found the house in a storm region with an old roof. Time to go talk to the person. So once you see the roof, we're skirting we're just gonna stop, and you're just skirt, pull over, and walk up to the door. Hardest door that you're gonna run into is your truck door. That is the worst. That's about as hard as it gets. If you can just get through the truck door and go talk to them, you're gonna be on point. This is a side tangent, but this is literally going to upgrade your sales game by miles. And if it's optional, but if you put it in, you are gonna be miles above the competition. I call it the Triple H. Healthy, hygienic, happy. Fun. Are you healthy? Do you work out? Do you eat clean? Are you on top of it? Do not smoke. Don't drink. Don't be doing all these dumb habits that are just energy draining, because people can smell that on you subconsciously. They might not say anything, but if you have nasty habits, they're going to be able to tell that off your demeanor and just your whole vibe. This isn't going to make or break your sales. You can still get it done. In fact, some of the best salesmen are ones that are hopped up on shit all the time. But if you don't have these, you're going to have an edge on your competition. And when it comes to sales, people want to make tens of thousands of dollars as easy as they can, and they will do whatever it takes to get it done. So you need every edge you can get. 2, hygienic. Are you hygienic? Did you shower that morning? Have you moisturized? Did you apply deodorant? Do you have a cologne that you spend a good amount of money on that makes you smell nice and pleasant to be around? If you drank coffee or smoke a cigar, do you have gum or mints and mouthwash in your car? Do you have a comb in your car? Are you ready to be presentable and pleasant to be around off initial contact? You have 3 valuable seconds as soon as they see you. If there's anything that defiles any of their 5 senses, they're immediately going to take you as less of an authority figure. If you are absolutely attractive in every regard and have every box ticked off, when you get up to the door, they're literally going to want to hear what you have to say, because they're like, who is this? This is like a 1% type person coming up to me. What do they want? Lastly, are you happy? This is a big one. You have to be in a good mood, and you have to be grateful and work on your internal state of being, because this is going to just project certainty and emotion. Sales is simple. Sales is closing is simple. Closing is a transfer of motion from one person to the next. If you have absolute certainty and you're happy, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going up to the door. I'm literally going to make these people tens of thousands of dollars and put so much value into their house. I can't wait to tell them about it. They're going to be like, whoa, what the hell? This guy is like doing something. What's going on? Like, what can I help you? Like, you should be able to like skip up to their door and just fucking, like, hey, what's up? I'm here, Okay, side tangent aside. You approach the door and it's time to actually talk to them. So you're going to give them a knock. This is the exact framework a $1 million producer in my company taught me. And once I learned this one simple thing, I literally went from getting on a roof every 30 doors to less than every 10 doors. This changed the game. So it's all in the pitch. Our pitch is a 4-step framework. And this is key to Adam Benson. Shout out to him. He's the roof strategist. He's like got 90K on YouTube or whatever. Say hi. Let them know why you're here, ask an open-ended question, and present your offer. The guy that taught me this, his name's Will, he tweaked it slightly in order for it to work for me. So we're gonna say hi. Pretty simple, pretty introduction. Hello, I'm Leo, I'm with Soderbergh. That's it. You just said hi. That's it. You're just like, hi, this is my name, here's who I'm with. You're not some dingy guy, you're an authority figure. That's what you need to understand. You need to come up to these doors as an authority figure. They're going to immediately be distressed when somebody knocks on the door. They're gonna be like, door knocker, right? They get scammed at the door. It happens often. It happens more often than you would think. So they have to analyze you. However, there are also powerful political figures coming up to their door and offering something. These people have more authority. These people have more respect. So you have to come up to them as an authority figure, as a friend. So you have to say, hey, I'm me. I'm with this. I'm an authority figure. I'm here to help. So you're saying hi. This is an optional step, but is very valuable. If when you're walking up, you see something that you personally can relate to, like a cool car, or maybe you like their flowers or hedges, or something about the house just stands out to you, say something about it, compliment them, try to make it a positive, but absolutely do not try to make something up just because. It's just ingenuine, it's gross, people can smell it, they're not gonna be attracted to that whatsoever. If it's genuine and you can actually hold and maintain a conversation about it, go ahead. It's literally super valuable to do, and it's part of the most important part of saying hi. But if it's not there, it's not there. Just be honest and just say, hey, I'm here to bring value. That's it. Next thing you wanna do is build credibility and reinforce your authority. If you're able to say, I'm working with some of your neighbors down the street, this is going to be game changer, because now you're already familiar. You're an authority figure, you have rapport, you have credibility. This is all subconsciously getting into their mind within the first 2 seconds of you interacting with them. Next, you said hi, let them know why you're here. The reason I stopped by is because your neighbors are getting the roof replaced. Have you had yours looked at? So the saying hi framework is just to establish yourself as an authority figure. The let them know why you're here framework is now to poke and prod. You're wanting to ask questions. You want to see where they're at with the process. Either somebody has stopped by and pitched them already and they were a nerd and they're good. Somebody's taking care of it. There's multiple different things that you can find out in that simple phrase. You can see if they have coverage for the storm. You can see if they have a good insurance company. You can see if they have a roofer that's already taking care of it, that's a family friend, or maybe they have a high deductible, or maybe they've already gotten denied. There's many things that they could object to, but the main thing you want to say is just let them object to it. You just want to say, hey, your neighbors are getting a new roof and somebody else is paying for it. We can do the same for you. Did you know that? Do you understand what's going on in the neighborhood? And they're going to say, oh yeah, we did actually know that. And then some of the objections I just list, or, oh no, I didn't know that at all. And that's what you want to establish, because then it's your job as a salesman to be able to navigate the sale and pitch accordingly. That's the job, that's the work. So now you're at a crossroads. Either they haven't had anybody stop by and it's good news, or they have had somebody stop by and they're going to hit you with objections. If you get hit with objections, you need to be able to understand and navigate them. Agree. And if you're getting hit with objections, they're going to say, oh yes, but we're not interested right now. You can say, totally understand. I wouldn't really be interested either. We actually just got these people $10,000 worth of improvements on their home. It all started with a 2-minute inspection. Would you be opposed to me taking a look real quick? It's so important how I ask that question. That's the one thing that Will taught me that literally changed my game. Would you be opposed to me taking a look? Because they hit you with an objection during your question gathering phase, so they're already in negative context. The momentum is now spiraling downward. They want to get you off as soon as possible. That's when you snap, get your pitch out, value their time, show that you respect their time, and phrase the question in a way where they get to say no because they want to say no. They're literally already going through the negative. Frame it in a simple way where they get to say no. Would you be opposed to me taking a look? No, not at all. Perfect. I'll be back in 2 minutes. And then you just walk and go, and don't let them object, and just hold your frame. And it might take a few reps, but it's okay. Practice. Listen to yourself, listen to your recording, and get it out of your mouth. The second path is they're actually interested. The conversation's going well. You hit them with, oh, we are actually helping your neighbors. Did you know that? Oh, no, I didn't. That sounds interesting. Oh, well, perfect. Everything is positive right now. You got them. You have a friend. You are literally building rapport with a friend. So then it doesn't matter how you ask the question too much. You can say, would you be opposed to me jumping up? Or can I get up there? You know, and they'll likely say yes and agree to whatever it is you say because now you're a family friend. Okay, if you follow these exact steps, it should be relatively simple to get on a roof. And I'm telling you, it's relatively simple. If you're not getting on a roof, you need to comment the word help in order for me to reach out to you and consult with you and see what's actually going on. It's absolutely free. Don't worry. I'm not going to charge you. Just comment and let me figure out what's going on and why you're not making a dumb amount of money. Okay, let's move on. Okay, perfect. We got the jump. Set up your ladder, get up there, conduct the inspection. This is nothing fancy. This is like you can 5-point inspection. You can sell yourself however you want. The point is to just show why we're even doing this, okay? So you can complicate it if you want. If you want to have your whole presentation and your whole process, everybody's a little bit different. That's fine. I like to keep things simple. I like to make as much money as I possibly can. I value my time per second. That's just my style. It's nothing, you do it however you need to. If you want to walk the whole property, get an in-depth of everything, go ahead. I jump on the roof. I take an overview shot of the roof so I know the components and I'm ordering the job. And then I take pictures of the damage. I make sure there's actually legit damage from the fresh storm. Black hail hits, 5 to 10 hits per 10 by 10 region, and we're good to go. And then I'll take a picture of that, and maybe I'll circle it with chalk if I feel like it. But I'll get a close-up of the actual hit, and I'll show the fiberglass matting literally exposed where water can get in. I will show this. I will literally zoom in. Here's a picture and an example. And then I get down, and it's time to zip up the deal. I'll show them my presentation. Here's an overview. Here's some general damage on the flashings. The soft metals that got damaged, they always get damaged. Some damage on the gutters. some missing shingle here, right? And then here's the big critical part. This is what's called hail damage. This is all over your roof. Right here, this is where water can get into the fiberglass matting. This is literally like having a hole in your roof. It will seep in under the shingle, and over time, water expands as it heats up, allowing more and more space, allowing more and more water that will eventually cause a leak. It may not happen today, it may not happen the next month, it may not happen the next 6 months, but over the course of years, it will eventually come into the house and cause a massive amount of damage. This is why the insurance pays for this, because they want to avoid the massive amount of damage. They want to just get it done and get a quality roof on so they don't have to worry about it and spend $50,000 to $100,000. They can just spend a $10,000 roof and call it a day. Simple enough. So now we all understand. This is why people are getting their roofs replaced. Pretty simple. The homeowner understands it. Okay, I got it. You got good coverage. We're good. We qualified you. There's nothing stopping you. Perfect. Time to file the claim. Let's go ahead and call in the claim together. It's relatively simple. We at our company have a folder that goes through this. Page 1. It's literally just open it up. Oh, you're with State Farm? Cool. I'll call this number right now. You call and you let the operator know, hey, I'm here with your policyholder. We're going to go ahead and file a claim for the storm that came in on X date, right? They're going to be like, what's the policy number? If you don't have that, have the address or the contact information, and they'll look it up and it'll be fine. Then, okay, what storm? We have that on our storm software, right? It's just whatever storm date you looked up initially to get in the neighborhood. That's the storm that you're filing off of. Okay, perfect. We got all that done. Is there any damage? They're going to ask bullshit questions. It doesn't fucking matter. Just listen to what they say and answer the questions, right? Get through the call. And once it's done, you'll get a claim number. A rep will get assigned to it, and they'll go out and check the damage. Do not file bullshit. If it's actually damaged, go ahead and file it. If it's not damaged, don't waste your time. You need to go on and get actual damage. You need to just build the relationship. Just for a second, step out of the broke scarcity mentality, build a long-term play, and just go on to the next one. Say, hey, we'll service this if anything happens. You don't actually have that much damage. I'm going to move on, okay? Now you might run into the fact where they're just not comfortable filing the claim right now. It feels like an official step. It feels just uncomfortable. They're just weird. And you haven't presented enough certainty and emotion for them to trust you to that level yet. That's perfectly fine. That's not a problem at all. It's kind of my preferred method, actually, because then you're like, okay, so you got to talk to your wife, you got to review it, you got to make sure this is the best thing for you. You got to figure out whether your deductible is like $5,000 and whether this makes sense for you. Cool. That's fine. I recommend contacting your agent. Who is your agent? Get the agent's contact information, the insurance agent, and then send them the photos you took and be like, hey, I just did an inspection for one of your policyholders, X, X, and X, right? They're probably going to be contacting you in order to file a claim. Just wanted you to have this so you're ahead of the jump. They will contact the agent to put in the claim for them, and the agent's going to be like, oh, yeah, they actually did call me. Wow, this guy is kind of a professional, right? And then you're like, yeah, I am. You go through the process, you do a good work for them, and then you just hype up the agent as much as you can through the process. And then by the end of it, the agent is going to have like literally pictures of the entire process. When you tore it off, when you put the new shingles on, when you gave them the warranty, and when you updated and brought value to their policyholder. Then you go into the agent's office and you introduce yourself. You say, hi, I would love to cater lunch to you and your team. Would you be open to something like this so I can tell you how we can help your policyholders? And then if you are able to maintain yourself and conduct yourself in an orderly fashion and leave a good impression on this agent, he is going to start sending you deals recurring. And this is like a hack. You are no longer have to door knock. You should only be door knocking when you have nothing in your pipeline. You're starting from scratch. You should pay people to door knock at a certain point. And you should be focused on these high leverage income tasks that I will get into in future videos. So now the claim is filed. If it's actually legit, you are going to secure funding and you are going to be able to build a roof just like that. Literally all it took was you going out, identifying a customer that needs help, telling them, hey, we can help you. Here's how. They trust you enough to actually go through with the process. Now $1 billion corporation is putting thousands of dollars in your pocket just for figuring it out. It's that simple. It's not that simple. It's going to take practice. When you're just starting out, I bet you it'll take about 50 to 100 people you actually talk to before you're smooth and consistent with it. A hack to that is literally practicing it. But I know you're not going to practice. You never practice. Like, why would you practice? Who do you have to practice with? What leader do you have in your life that's actually going to sit down with you and be like, hey, let's go over this right now. Bah, 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 bah. Rehearse it. You're on fire. Go off to the field. Go get it. Nobody. So it's fine. Just go out, get shit on. It's what sales is. It's the skill you're building up. This is a high value skill that you're gonna take for the rest of your life. You need to build it up from scratch. If you enjoy the video, drop a thumbs up. Comment the word help if you want help on your sales processes. I'm happy to consult for free. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. Follow me on X. It's all gonna be there. Yeah. And if you want, I will say, now you know the method. You literally have tens of thousands of dollars in your pocket now, but you're not gonna do that. Why? I'm gonna explain it to you in this exact video right here. This is going to hack your brain into literally being able to generate buku bucks now that you have the sufficient motivation to do it.